Do you remember the first time you fall in love? Maybe you were acting like you were on drugs. Maybe the rest of the world was just becoming dimmer or brighter, or at least something was different. And maybe the one you loved, no matter what he or she did, it was beautiful. Even should he or she pick her nose, it was it. Beautiful. Falling in love is like having a shiny new toy. And this feeling is called new relationship energy. And at the beginnings of a relationship, or when it's new, it's quite easy to project a lot of your feelings, a lot of your dreams, a lot of everything into this person. And this is making this person quite more wonderful than he or she in reality is. And in that situation of new relationship energy, it's easy to make a lot of promises because you've got skin hunger. And of course you sense that this skin hunger is being fed much more if you promise things like forever, you and me, no other. So for a lot of people, this is what works. So that is why a lot of people is giving these promises that they might not necessarily feel they're keeping like half a year later or so on. So one of the things you can do, you can say is a good thing about polyamory, is that you can take a little time to get to know the person. And as long as you are doing whatever you could consider safe sex, that's agreement with your other partners, you're allowed to get to know the person without having to make all these promises in the what I call skin hunger period. So you can get to know the other person better. So the new relation energy is a wonderful thing. Yes, it can energize the relationships that you already have. So when you come home from your new shiny toy, you can even show your feelings. You don't have to hide it. There's no lying about it, because you can tell your partners, hey, I'm in love, isn't it wonderful? And maybe your partners probably say, hey, you look wonderful, you're in love. I'm so happy to be able to see this. And another good thing about new relationship energy is it can also bring you back into those moments when you had that feeling with the existing partner. So it's coming up. Here's some of the things you probably shouldn't do while on new relationship energy. And this is whether you're poly or mono. Give things a little time is a good suggestion. Don't make any major decisions in the first, let's say, half a year, 6 months of new relationship energy. Don't pack a large suitcase and move over to the other person. And don't move in. That's maybe also a good idea. Probably you should not marry in the six first months that you meet a person. You should probably have the chance to get to know the person. And you should probably shouldn't get pregnant, because a child will mean a bridge to a person, and this bridge will be there no matter what. And it's usually a good idea to know the person that you bring a child into the world with. So these are some of what I suggest, the don'ts. The do's: don't forget your existing lovers. Give them time, give them attention. Talk, be alive. Don't just disappear because you got this shiny new toy waiting for you. And one thing is also, take a step back and see, what is it you really want? Maybe you need to take a step back from both your new shiny toy and your existing relationship, and to say, hey, where am I in the middle of this? And another, I think, is a good do, is make sure that the people at one point or other meet, so they can sort of see, hey, this is my relationships as they are now, and this is the new member of this constellation that I am suggesting. So a polyamorous relationship consists of more parts, and you might talk about things, that's at least my experience, that I would not talk about if I were just one person going for another person. But here I had the possibility in some relationship to discuss, hey, this is what I feel, this is what I think. Now, you know me for a while, what do you think? And I have also been in a position of giving some advice, or at least just telling what I'm observing from the outside to somebody else. But I mean, it's your decisions, it's your relationship. You find out what you want. But again, the do is, I suggest you meet up at one point, because that usually makes things a whole lot more easier to see what kind of people you are. Now, if you should want to do some homework, then I just ask you, what do you think are the good effects of a new relationship energy on you and on your relationships? And what are the possible dangers of new relationship energy on you, on the relationships you're in? And look for some thoughts, some experiences you had, and then you can invite some people you know, maybe your partners, and discuss this theme. Or you can discuss it on the internet. Invite some people by telling about your experiences. Now, what do they think? Next week we will look at another tool which is useful for integrating new people into existing relationships, and that is called the user manual.